Inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready, 95, 56. You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready. Check, check, check. Check, check. Coaching, spell.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Mahomes now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 44, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Running with Kamara. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check, 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 check. Hey, easy. Motion. Hey, Zoo. Let's go. Easy.
From midfield, here's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Easy up. Opposite.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
These two teams all tied after one. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Mahomes now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. He goes full extension, and he's got it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now a play fake here on first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now, Allen. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And able to find John Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Room here to run. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Back,
the 31. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you're onto something.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 37 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by E. They will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That was 2nd down run for Murray. A gain there of 30 big ones. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. We're 21.
On 2nd and very short. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a delayed give to Gore. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Right there.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From the 39, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to go down again. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And this one too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, Murray. They find some open field here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go back to Murray on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Murray. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
X3, 218, jump,
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored again.
Down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Alert, alert, alert.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Allen. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Gore, and an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw, it's Allen. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Mike front forward, Mike front forward, Mike front forward.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the third. Monday, don't get nervous.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey,
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From a yard out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Kamara. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And Thomas has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A run, it's Murray, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Murray. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
A toss to Murray. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.